Hello and welcome to the week three eviction for 1984 lockdown. This week, Rachel won the head of household competition and she nominated Dylan and Austin for eviction. Rachel then also won the power of veto and chose to leave her nominations intact, which means our eviction this week is between Austin and Dylan. So Rachel, how was it having power this week, coming off of a week where you had literally no power at all?
It definitely felt good. But it honestly, like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like, a lot of information came my way, but like also like the exact opposite of all that information also came my way. So it just made it like very difficult to kind of discern like what is going on in this game and like who's doing what. And I don't know, it's getting kind of exhausting because I'm just hearing like lie after lie after lie. Um, which like I know at least someone is lying because you can't tell me like two opposite things and them both be true. So I don't know. It's definitely been interesting, but it was like kind of nice to at least have some kind of like grasp on the game again after feeling like everything was out of my control the last 2 weeks.
Sandy, perfect timing. So same question I asked Rachel last week. How did you go about this week since you were not able to compete in any competitions?
Is that question for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, it was kind of hard. I mean, you kind of feel out of the loop a little bit, but you just try to stay engaged with, certain folks. You try to stay as engaged as you can with the players. I'm not gonna lie, the little break was kind of nice, but you still have to try to stay engaged and in the loop. It's hard. It's difficult. It's not easy, but you do the best you can.
Okay, and then before we get to the final please, does anybody have anything they would like to say?
I can speak for a little bit, so it doesn't take up too much time on the thing.
If you want to, you can.
Sure. Okay. So Rachel wanted to know kind of everything that's been happening, like since like the first week. So I can give you a little bit of clarification. I've known about your alliance with Brian, Zach, and Lee since the first week. One of your members and Josh leaked it to me that first week. So I've known about it this whole time. And the only reason why Brian and Zach didn't go on the block was because there was this idea of a New Yorker thing that just never ended up happening. And it is what it is. And I felt like they were trustworthy people. I had a pretty good connection with them, but they kind of dropped me the first chance that they had. So it is what it is. But if you were wondering where all of that was coming from, I've known about that since the first round. And I didn't say anything about it because I promised the person that told me I wouldn't say anything about it. So you weren't wrong to come for me this week. However, I think that Brian and Zach, you two definitely should vote to evict me, because if I stay here and I win the following head of household, I'm coming for you three. And it is what it is. And I wish that the people that have vocalized to me that they want to keep me here would stop being wishy-washy, because this is the reason why things fell through that first week. And this is why everyone is so up in arms and they don't know what to do, because no one wants to just say, we need to vote this way. We need to target these people. And if y'all don't do something, y'all are going to be systematically picked off, because I see the way the game is being played. The way the game is being played is that you three have little connections with different people. That's why Constance has been running back to Brian about everything I've been telling him, which is my mistake. I should have never trusted Constance, but I had such an emotional conversation with him the first day, and I'm an empathetic person, and I go based off of my feelings, and I go based off of personal relationships, that I was blinded by that, and that's my fault. So, and Rachel, what I did say to you was tea, because I was being told by pretty much everyone in the house that you did have pre-existing relationships. So then when that alliance was brought to me, it all just made sense to me. And Brian, you coming to me trying to make me think I'm crazy and all this shit and saying that, oh, you had my back and all this stuff. It's like, no, if you really had my back, you would have included me in that group and you would have been telling me what's going on. It's like, don't make me think I'm crazy and trying to say that the reason why we stopped talking was because you wouldn't evict Rachel. Meanwhile, you basically said to me that you would love Rachel to leave, but you don't want the blood on your hands. You don't want the blood on your hands at all.
So which is it? Did I want
I
Rachel
just
to
think
go,
it's
or are
funny.
we in a trio? Which is it? You can't have it both ways.
Is that Brian speaking to me?
Yeah, it's Brian.
No, you three are a trio. And I don't
Okay.
know where you're getting the idea that I said that you three all knew each other before the game, because I most definitely did not say that. I was told that Zach and Rachel knew each other before the game. You and Zach
I told the
connected very
entire
well.
house that I knew Zach before the game. I've told anyone that asked.
All
what I
told the
was
house. Every
before
single
the game.
person told the house. I said
Mhm.
I was nominated. Hey, here are the
Yeah.
people I know.
So wait, so let me ask you guys, is that not true? Do you guys not have an alliance? Is this all just like a farce? Like, speak now or forever hold your peace. Is this a lie?
I'm not on the blog. I don't really need to say it.
No, because you're not going to say it because you know it's true. You know that you four have an alliance.
And it's
you know
so
you three are
tight that it got
connecting with
leaked
different
and multiple people told you.
And you guys are
Such a
wanting
tight
to
alliance
get rid of
from joining the
me
game.
because you know I will actively come for you. You know I'm not going to put up with the bullshit. You know
Yeah,
I'm not going to put up with it.
You've just done
And
it.
Zach, you hurt my fucking feelings because when you were on the block last week, you came to me so upset because you were like, I think I'm going to go home. They're going to evict me over Josh. And I said to you that even if all of the votes were going on you, I would give you a vote because I felt that bad for you. And I felt like we connected. This week, where the fuck were you while I was on the block? You never gave a fuck about me. You guys didn't give a fuck about me. It's my mistake for liking you guys and thinking in my head that I could trust y'all. And like, I knew in my gut that I couldn't trust you guys. It's my mistake for letting you all slide by and
But
not putting you all up
didn't do
against each
anything,
other.
so you came for me round one, and then
Yes.
lied to me about it for the last. How long have we been in this game? 10 days.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You
Yeah,
lied
that's
to me
right.
every single day about it, and then you want to
Yeah.
go around and say that you're the most upfront player in the game.
But actually,
And that you're
Rachel,
gonna
I
stand
wasn't
up to
fully lying
everyone,
to
and that
you,
you're gonna
though. The
tell
only
everyone
part I
exactly
didn't
what it
speak
is.
about was the fact that I knew that you guys had an alliance. Because realistically, people telling me that you had all these connections was part of it too. And I was fully convinced after the veto ceremony that you needed to go. And it wasn't like Marvin wasn't in my crosshairs either. And
You
I've said
literally
this to multiple
said that
people. And I've
you
said
told
this to
me
multiple
on
people
call
too, that
before I
Marvin
made
and Josh were my
nomination.
initial nominations. But after Josh told me that shit, Josh got a free pass. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And it's like, why am I going to tell you that I wanted you out of the game when you're HOH and you could get rid of me? You know? But everything else I said to you in that conversation, I was being serious about. And I wasn't lying about that part. I wasn't. But it's your digression to get it's your digression to believe me or not.
You told me you can't say that you were serious about everything when half of the conversation was you telling me that you didn't push for me to go. You can't be serious about everything and then now tell me that you weren't pushing me for go. And also, it's very convenient now that Josh is gone that Josh is your source. That just doesn't really.
I didn't say Josh was my
I feel
only
like
source, though. I said Josh confirmed it to me. I said one of your members told me about your alliance.
I genuinely
One
don't
of your
believe you because
own
the argument that you
members,
made all day today
one of your own
was
members told
that
me
Josh
about
was the
it.
one that was saying it.
One of your own, then you're hearing wrong. I'm saying right here, right now. And I've campaigned to people and I've told them the same thing. I heard it from one of your members and then I heard it from Josh. And that's how I knew it was the T. Your alliance is very fucking fractured. And y'all don't even realize
it. Why? Okay, if our alliance is very fucking fractured,
it's not a very good alliance.
Then why are we the biggest?
Not a very good alliance.
You can't have
y'all
it
are in
both
power and
ways.
people are fucking scared of you and y'all are not going to turn on each other.
So
Y'all
are
don't
we
even believe the
fractured,
shit
or
that
are
I'm
we
telling you, but it's
automatically
deep.
pick everyone off?
How are we
But it's
this
deep.
big, strong, scary alliance, but we're all
Look at last week. Look at last week. Austin didn't nominate you guys against each other. I didn't nominate you guys against each other. This week, people were so terrified to say that they would keep me that they just wishy-washy the whole time. People are not going to go after you guys. They're afraid of y'all because y'all are winning the fucking competitions. And y'all are the ones that are coming to the Zoom calls and like playing the game hard.
I'm sorry that I applied for a game. I'm sorry that I applied for a game.
Maybe it's part of the thing then. Like, what?
Y'all are
We can
going to
do
say
Zoom
whatever the fuck
calls,
you gotta
ooh.
say. Honestly, I don't even need to address you three because I don't give a fuck about you three. I'm addressing the other people in the call that need to hear what the fuck I'm saying. And you need to keep me here because I'm gonna go after these people. And y'all are lucky that you came for me when I was in Disney World. Because if I was in that competition, which I've hosted many times, and Rizzo can account for this, I don't know if Rizzo's here, I could have won that fucking competition. They're not gonna be able to take y'all out because y'all are too good at competitions.
I haven't won a single comp.
I'm not talking about you, Brian. I'm talking about Rachel and Zach.
That was
Every
my first
competition
one.
has been
That
won.
That was my
Everyone
first
won a luck
org
comp.
comp win ever, and it was a luck comp. But go off.
It
Tim.
doesn't fucking matter if that's your first win in the history of your fucking game. I'm talking about this game, and in this game, you guys have been the ones winning the competitions. It's the truth, and I wouldn't. And what other reason would Caleb have to go back to you guys about that information the first week that people were voting for y'all? Why else would Constance have told Brian about shit? Like what other reason would there be than you guys are forming little connections with little people? And I heard that your fucking group chat with you four was not the only group chat was made. There was also a group chat made of like 5 or 6 people saying that, oh, we're all the supposed friend group, so why don't we all fucking like have a whole chat with each other
I
and
made
work
a chat
together?
of 5 people on Saturday
Uh-huh.
because you told everyone that we were a friend group, and so we made a friend group chat because we decided
That's
that we might as
bullshit.
well.
And see, I wasn't even the one that
I
started that.
literally just said
I
I will
wasn't
add
even the
anyone.
fucking one that
I
started
will.
that. That's the fucking funny part.
It's
That
not.
was the
I'm not.
funny
And
part.
who was
Dylan,
it?
let me finish. I'm
Finish
not saying
then.
you started.
Finish.
I said that I made that chat because
Yeah.
it was going around that the 5 of us were a friend group. So I thought I might as well make a friend group chat. It hasn't been spoken in since the day that we talked in it, that we made the chat. And
Not
I will
what I
add
heard.
anyone that wants to be added because it's a friend group. Because that's apparently all I've played with in this game, despite 3 of the people being in that chat not speaking to me until day 1 of this game. I did not know them.
But then
It's
if it was
really,
if it's
really
just a
bold.
friend chat, then why not add everybody? Aren't we all
I'll
friends?
add everyone. I do not
Then add
care.
everyone. Why was it
Okay.
such a secret?
We have the
It's
Why
house
was it such a
chat.
secret?
We have the house chat if you want to use that. So like,
No, see, now you're trying to deflect now because
No,
you
I
know I'm
don't care.
spilling your
I will
beans.
add everyone.
Okay,
because
guys,
there's
I'm
literally
whatever
gonna,
you
nothing
want.
in there.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to get to the eviction now.
Okay.
So, so I would like to give each of the 2 nominees their final plea. Austin, I will let you go first.
I'm just gonna keep it short. I feel like I made good connections in this game. I feel like I've been very upfront, and I would like to stay around and get to know all of you better. If I don't, it was great getting to know you what I have. If so, thank you so much for keeping me. That's about it.
Thank you, Austin and Dylan.
I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I've said pretty much everything I needed to say. Right now, I know that there's some of you here that are on the fence about keeping me, not because you don't want me in the game, but because you don't know if others are going to do it. If you keep on playing this way, wishy-washy, and not saying like what you want to do, you're never going to get anything done. Sandy and Josh said it last week. Turn up the heat. Let's make the game a little more interesting. Keep me in this fucking game because I love you, Austin, but I don't think you're going to go after these people with the same vigor that I will. And who do you want on your side in the future? Do you want someone that has shown that they will publicly, unapologetically campaign for you to be here and will fight to stay in this game and will battle for you? I'm trying to put a fucking army together. We need to go to war. People are afraid of splitting the house. The house is split. It's been split since the first week. Do you want this to be Big Brother 22 where you have one fucking group of people picking everyone off one by one? Or do you want to make this a fight? Keep me here. Even if I'm telling some of you here right now, because I think some of you don't believe the votes are there. Even if you fucking think I'm leaving, give me your vote. Because if all of you that think that I don't have the votes, give me your vote, I will fucking stay. Because 6, 7 of you said that you would keep me if the votes are there. Keep me fucking here. And if it fails, it fails. But don't fucking go out just letting these people get what they want. They want me out because they know I'm gonna fuck them over. Please keep me here. I want to be here. I'm gonna fight to be here. I've made mistakes, but I want to fix them. Keep me here. Please, I'm begging you. That's my plea.
Okay, thank you, Dylan and Austin, house guest, it is now time to vote. When I call your name, I need you to please go to your production chat and cast or confirm your vote. Zach, you are up first tonight. You can give us your vote. Thank you, Zach. Madison and Jacob are next. I will get the votes. In the meantime, Lee, you are next. Thank you. Constance, you are next. Thank you. Brian, you're next. Thank you. Julia is next. I will get her vote. And then Sandy, you are next. Thank you. Caleb, and then Beth, and then Thomas, you're next. Thank you. And that is it. Give me just a second. Okay, house guests, I have the votes. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes and leave the Zoom call. By a vote of 8-3, Dylan, you have been evicted from 1984. You can give us your goodbyes now.
Thank you. To the people that stood their ground and voted to keep me here, I know who the three of you are. I really appreciate you. Constance, congrats, you won up to me. Know that I was real with you and for giving you a second chance. I will never make that mistake again. You and Brian, I'm sure will go very far in the game together with each other. I wish that you would have trusted me, and I wish you wouldn't have spilled all of my tea. It's my fault for giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I will never make that mistake again. To the rest of you, I think you're beautiful. I think you're great. Fight hard, play hard, and don't just let these people walk all over the game. Please don't, because it's going to piss me off if I have to watch that. Good luck, goodbye, and good game.
Thank you so much for playing, Dylan. It is time for you to go. Okay. Congratulations to all of you for making it through that round. Austin, congratulations. You are now on lockdown, which means you are ineligible to compete in Head of Household and Power Vita this week, but you are also ineligible to be nominated. So Austin and Rachel, I need you both to please go off cam, and then we will begin our Head of Household competition. Okay, how this competition is going to work. This is going to be a matchups competition. We are going to be quizzing you on random trivia. So how this will work is I am going to go on screen share in just a moment and select two names. Those will be the first two people up to answer the question. Whoever gets it correct will eliminate the other person and then choose the next two people to compete. So you will be answering in the Zoom chat. The first person to put the correct answer will obviously be the one that gets it correct. If you both get it incorrect, you will both be eliminated unless it's the final two. And then if that happens, then the last person who chose will just choose two new people. Does that make sense? Okay, let me go on screen share with the wheel. I believe I have the right people up. Sandy, Thomas, Zach, Brian, Constance, and Lee. Is that correct? Does anybody not see your name? Okay. First person up is Brian, and then Zach. So Brian and Zach, you two will be first. So once again, you are answering the question in the Zoom chat. If everybody else could please refrain from typing in the Zoom chat at this time. Okay, the first question is, what do scatologists study? What do scatologists study? You are both incorrect. Scatologists study feces. So you are both eliminated. So because of that, I guess I'm going on screen share again, and we will choose the next two. Lee and Constance. Okay. Lee and Constance, are you both ready? Here we go. Who was known as the king of pop? Congratulations, Constance. You are moving on. Lee, you have been eliminated. Please go off cam. So Sandy and Thomas, you are automatically the next two. So are you both ready?
I guess so.
Here we go. Okay. How old was John Lennon when he was murdered? How old was John Lennon when he was murdered? Thomas, you are correct. Sandy, unfortunately, you have been eliminated. It comes down to Thomas and Constance. Here we go. Are you both ready? Okay. What Disney Channel show did Bridget Mendler star in? Congratulations, Thomas. You are the new head of household. With that, that is all I have for you guys. We will figure out a time for Thomas's nomination ceremony.
Way to go, Thomas.